QB's in this little 5-quarterback chunk. Jalen Hurts, 25. Trevor Lawrence, 24. You're such a pro. You mentioned toward the end of your analysis of Lawrence a couple of names we're going to see coming up.
Yeah, here they come.
All right, number 23, what do you got?
Justin Fields, 23, Chicago Bears. I mean, wow, Justin Fields. Wow. You want to talk about a guy that really, maybe crapped on me a little bit last year? That'd be Justin Fields, and I'm happy to say it.
From 39 to 23.
39 to 23.
And I just get the feeling that he impressed you more in Chicago than he did in Columbus.
He did.
How come?
Yeah, because I think, first off, the things I questioned about his throwing, which is, of course, to me is big. Man, he basically said, Chris Simms, shut up. You don't need to worry. Look at this. There's a spiral. Here it's on target. It's pretty good rhythm. Boom. He didn't overthrow all year. That would be the first thing I'd say. Like, I think when I go back and think about Ohio State, when he overthrew, he lost control of the ball. When he's smooth and he keeps his arm a little bit more compact, he never loses control of the ball. I mean, there's a lot of wow with Justin Fields. I think that's where you got to start. You got to start with wow. I mean, he made a lot of wow plays, and not just with his legs, because his legs are gifted, and he's, as athletic as anybody in the sport as far as the quarterback's concerned. I mean, really, he's up there with Lamar Jackson as far as the ability to run and, wow factor running the ball. But I think the thing I'm most impressed by, and going back and watching, is wow, damn, he makes some wow throws every game.
Yeah.
Every game. And I think that's where I went, man, okay, Justin Fields, a little bit more of a polished passer, a little bit more control with some of the down-the-field wow-type throws than I gave him credit for, and didn't have the greatest offense or support system around him. And that's where I give him a lot of credit.
I think they're in OTAs. They're in a session where media's around them. Quotes are coming out every day. New head coach Matt Eberflus said, first of all, he throws a great deep ball.
He does.
Going to do that quite a bit.
That's what you see.
Right?
I mean, yes.
And I also
that's
thought.
That's the wildness.
Right?
Yes.
Another wow. I mean, get him outside the pocket. Let him run. Let him move. And, I thought last year they didn't do it that often.
Right.
So if you have a head coach that recognizes he can throw the hell out of it down the field, and, boy, I'm going to let him get out and run around. I mean, the potential he showed year one, yes, but he might be in a better spot in terms of what they want him to do.
I don't disagree with you there. And I think, to your point with the running, too, where you and I think, got frustrated a little bit last year. It's not that we wanted to sit here and see him run 20 times a game, but we were like, can you have an element of just to help your offense out, help him out, scare the defense, make them play a defense where they got to worry about him running to where now it makes it nice and easy for a throw or something like that. That's where I think you and I were frustrated.
Yeah.
There was a few games we came away and we're like, do they know they have the second fastest quarterback in football?
Right.
And they didn't run one play with him?
You're not calling plays for Andy Dalton here.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. So that's where it was frustrating. I would expect that part of the offense to grow. And, hey, listen, maybe if I was going to stick up for Chicago, because this is something I wrote down too as I was just writing some points down, is, maybe they were a little scared of protecting him. If there was a negative about him last year, is just puts himself in danger a little too much, sometimes you get tackled for -1 in the NFL, Justin Fields. That's just, don't try to break the tackle, break somebody's ankles, and now you got 7 guys flying at you who are all trying to kill you. Sometimes you just got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, and I'd like to see him know to fold them a little bit more.
At Cleveland, 9 sacks, maybe 6 out of 20 that day.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was also
Tough
one of those games where you go, that was one of those games for sure where we go, they didn't have one run for the guy. It's Cleveland. Right. And they're fast as hell, and they never did anything to keep them off balance the whole game. So that was one thing. Yeah, protect the body a little bit. Coming back, again, being nitpicky. Can he still stay on receivers a little too long at times? Yes, I think a little bit of his trust in his arm and his deep ball a little bit. Those are the things that I came away looking at a little bit to go, oh, man, get off the post route. He's not open. The crosser coming across is wide open. Get off it. It's the third hitch, all that. There's that too. But, damn, as a whole, it was a positive. Again, really, for these rookies, I think it was all positives. And I know people are going to sit there and go, wait, you're talking about these guys and, their stats weren't as good and their team didn't go to the playoffs. How come they're rated in front of Jalen Hurts? And I'm going to go, all Eagles fans would be more excited if these guys were their starting quarterbacks going into year 2, so don't try to play that game to me. I mean, if Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields were their quarterback going into year 2, Philadelphia fans would go, are we going to the Super Bowl this year? I mean, so relax, because I know I'm going to get that, all right? And, yes, I'm playing a little bit of the, okay, potential growth factor that I talked about at the start of this rankings. That, yes, traditionally I've been too low on these guys. This is the year you see tremendous growth and a jump-off spot. And we saw it with these guys towards the end of the year to make me think. And I know from people around the league that these are smart guys. They work hard. So I have the confidence in giving it the little bump. Let alone, I think that their ability to play in the pocket and make throws into tight windows and consistently do that, I think is better than Jalen Hurts right now. Right now. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I got them in front of them. So
I think it's an automatic to kind of take the group that we're talking about and connect them together. You talked about the comparison with Jalen Hurts. People are going to bring it up, of course, but he's just ahead of Trevor Lawrence, who went ahead of him last year.
Right.
Why do you see Justin right now is just a little bit better than Trevor Lawrence?
I think it's the word of consistency that you and I used when we were talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of that. I honestly thought Justin Fields in the pocket was a little bit better. You know, of course, we know once he gets out of the pocket, he's special that way.
And that's a big question that he had to answer, because I remember sitting right here a year and a half ago, and it was like he missed too many short throws because of the long motion. And he tightened that up.
He tightened it up. He did. And then I think within the consistency of the throwing, you know, again, I mean, if you watch, you know, throw for throw, you go, Justin Fields controlled the ball throughout the year better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, I mean, you got some games there where you go, damn, he's 6 for 15, and he's throwing some balls that, he lost control of, and you could see it. The ball's fluttering or whatever.
Yeah.
And, again, that was too much for my liking, but that's where Fields, I think, was a little bit more consistent and better in that way.
And that says, I mean, what you just said, I mean, I said earlier, he goes from 39 to 23, controlled the ball more often than Trevor Lawrence did. I mean, that's why he jumped up 16.
Exactly.
And surprised you.
It definitely did.
I think with all these guys, I want to tie in the team around them as they head into the next season. They lost Allen Robinson. I mean, I think it's very fair to look around him and be like, I don't know.
But a little scary.
You look at the playmakers around him, what do you think?
Yeah, I look at it right now and go, I think out of all the rookies that were drafted in his class, he's got the least support system around him. I do. I mean, again, Zach Wilson, the Jets, when they're healthy, that's going to be pretty good. You know, Trevor Lawrence, like we just talked about, I mean, what they did this offseason, this is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Trey Lance with the 49ers, I mean, come on. They're maybe the best team in football completely. And then, Mac Jones, even though it might not be superstars, there's a lot of good across the roster there.
Yeah.
So
might be last by a significant amount.
A significant amount. I mean, we're talking about, Cole Kmet, good tight end. We know he's legit.
Yeah.
I like Darnell Mooney a lot.
Yeah.
Darnell Mooney. Yeah.
Mooney.
I don't know why I was going to say Darryl Mooney. I feel like there used to be but then after that, we're getting into
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery, certainly, but slim pickings as far as, receivers go. And that's why I think you're hearing the kid they drafted out of Tennessee, Velus Jones, right? He's making some noise. They're gonna probably have to depend on him to make some plays for their offense this year.
Right. All right.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.